So I want to open it out to our audience again. What can you do within your organizations, within your teams, to once again bring the focus back on people? Any thoughts, any ideas, something which I might have shared? Would love to hear your thoughts out as well.
Feel free to go ahead and unmute or type in the chat, whatever you feel you'd like to do.
I was trying to pause and,
Oh,
others speak
you know
up.
You know what, Brian? It seems like you're going to be the one that talks tonight. Go right ahead. If somebody else wants to cut Brian off, Brian's used to it. Go right ahead.
So one of the things that I'm really trying to do with some of the teams that I work with is, and when you're talking about the Agile Manifesto, Abrar, and the individuals and the interactions, but there's the component about when you were talking about the synergy to deliver greater value. I'm finding that we had a lot of recent turnover within the teams. And one of the things is trying to get them back to focusing as a team mindset, that holistically they're going to deliver greater value. So it's kind of like we're having to go back to a little bit of norming from where some of the team was before, because some of the individuals that have come in, I think have maybe a little bit of their own agenda. And so where I'm trying to focus is trying to get that focus back to, while it says individuals and interactions, but they're also, then the individuals have to come together to be a team to better deliver value to the organization. Where when you mentioned the ship turning, the example that I usually will give or talk about is in Finding Nemo. Everybody always thinks when he made it back to the ocean, the movie ends, but the actual end of the movie is when he saves the other fish, because he gets them to all swim down. Most people don't remember that part, but you have to get everybody going in the same direction to really achieve that. So that's one of the things that I'm struggling with for right now with my teams, is trying to get them to focus about, they need to be a team, even though it says individuals, that them bringing their own pieces and their own agendas is actually hurting us in the long run, because they're achieving some outputs, but it's not building to be that holistic, better path forward that one of your charts there showed.
Couldn't agree with you more, Brian. And I think the focus again on individual is not you or me or one team member as an individual, but every individual in the team is critical. And especially when we talk about metrics, if your teams do have a higher churn, these are questions to ask, regardless of how high or low your stock prices are, or how many products you're delivering. If at the end of the day, people end up not liking where they work, they will find a better place.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm in a large organization, and so people want to experience other parts of the organization. And so they have shorter durations where 18 months in, they might be like, I want to go try this over there. And so you don't want to hold them back. It's great that but it just makes the things we're talking about trying to achieve a little bit more challenging at times.
Absolutely. And again, large organizations are like large ships. So you think about a large ship, how easy it is to change even few nautical degrees. It's very hard. Yes. So the same thing, a lot of effort is required, but more importantly, a lot of thought leadership is required too. That somebody paying attention, just like you did, Brian, and talked about, why are people not interested in being on this team long-term? So the first step of change is to identify that we have an issue, we have a problem, we have something which we would like to improve upon.
Definitely.
Thank you for sharing. And Francis here says, for me, it would be going back to the drawing board, bringing that understanding of what agility really is. The fact that there is mindset first, and in this mindset, there is transparency that should exist. Collaboration needs to be key. Since we need to foster collaboration, we'll need to turn to each other. It has worked out well in my team, but I hope it works in our train as well, but one day at a time. Couldn't agree with you more. This transformation, working with people, is a journey. You barely reach a point where you say, this is it, my work is done, I'm good to go, everything will run smoothly. And we just talked about it when we initially started, that this journey is constantly improving, constantly learning, constantly finding out ways of how things can be done differently.